Jonathan's Place is a safe haven for children who have suffered from abuse, abandonment, and neglect. We have been caring for abused children for over 25 years, and in those 25 years, we've cared for around 5,200 children. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they remove around 350 to 400 children a month. And can you imagine what would happen to those children if there was no place for them to go?
They do such a great job of tending to every need and making them feel loved and secure, and just like we would do for our kids. You know, that's the kind of love that they get here.
I was at Jonathan's Place for about a month and a half before I went to a foster home for a few months until I was reunited with my mother. But in that time, you know, I met a lot of volunteers who were just wonderful. They're very thorough with who they will let come work with the kids.
They do such a great job of tending to every need and making them feel loved and secure, and you know, they might not have had before consistently, and so it does kind of warm your heart, you know, to see their faces and to see the siblings that are kept together because of Jonathan's Place.
They are one of the only facilities that will take kids under 10, and I had a 2-year-old sister, so if I had been separated from her, it would have made it way more traumatic for me.
We have an emergency shelter which cares for children ranging in age from birth to their 18th birthday. And we also have a girls therapeutic program for girls ranging in age from 10 to 18. And our new program, a transitional living program for young girls ranging in age from 17 to 23 who are aging out of the foster care system. We also do foster care and adoption, and I'm thrilled that we have expanded that program into Fort Worth. And our last program, but definitely not least, is called Safe Place, and that's a national program. And we are the Dallas County affiliate. And what we do is we go out and we talk to students about the dangers of running away and being on the street. But if they're in crisis and they have to run away, maybe they're being abused at home, they can go into a Quick Trip store or get on a DART bus or train and say that they need a safe place, and they will contact us.
There are so many kids that are in the foster system right now that need a loving and safe home. And that's why we're here, because we are all here for the children. We want to keep them safe, and we want to give them a loving home.
My wife and I had talked for quite a while about fostering and potentially adopting. We looked around the Metroplex at the different agencies, and the one that really stuck out to us was Jonathan's Place. We liked the extra training that they offered, and they seemed to have a much more personal touch, more about the kids.
When we were looking for an agency that would fit our values, we wanted a team of individuals that really cared about their organization and their agency, and so we did our research, and Jonathan's Place fit with those values.
We've always wanted children, and we've always had a special place in our heart for adoption.
We are welcoming to all families, so whether you are a single parent or you are married or any background that you come from, you're welcome at Jonathan's Place. And so we provide a sense of community.
Because Jonathan's Place was very particular about making sure they matched up the placement with the parents, so that there wouldn't be any sort of mismatches. They put, just kind of put kids that the parents weren't necessarily prepared to deal with in a home, because that's not going to be a good situation for those kids. It's not going to be a good situation for parents.
Training is good, and it's also very helpful. The training is interesting because there's a lot of extra training that you do here. It's all pretty beneficial, and a lot of things that you just don't really think about in terms of reacting to kids and their reactions.
We provide about 30 to 40 hours of training, and a big piece of that training is trauma-informed care. Our kids go through a lot of trauma.
Sometimes we don't have a lot of information when we have an emergency removal, and so some of the concerns sometimes might be like, what is parenting this child going to look like? What needs is this child going to have?
And so we make sure that our foster parents are very well versed in trauma-informed care and how to work with these children.
Getting the training here kind of lets you kind of see things from more of a kid point of view, and what they might be feeling, and especially into these situations because you just never know what the kids are going through overall. And so it's important to kind of take a step back from, you know, just general, oh, I'm the parent, and kind of realize what it is that their point of view and how they see things. Because a lot of the kids that come in and some are pretty damaged.
I would say that the whole foster adopt process is challenging for sure. Nobody should ever come into this, you know, thinking it's going to be an easy thing, because it's not. You're dealing with traumatized children on a daily basis, but it is the most rewarding thing that we have ever done. And I can't imagine our life without our foster son. He's fabulous. He's just, you know, wonderful.
I would say the most important thing is commitment. You're making a commitment to a new child. You're making a commitment to a process, and it will be difficult. It will be a journey. There will be hard days, but the payoff, the reward of that commitment, of that sacrifice, is beyond what you can imagine right now, is what I would say to a prospective foster parent.
Children are our most vulnerable citizens, and anything that can be done for them to help them grow and achieve the things they need to do so that they can be our next generation of leaders is absolutely necessary and critical to do, and Jonathan's Place is a leader amongst those who do that.
We're there with you every step of the way. And every single case manager knows every single family. And so all of our families are coming back saying, I feel so supported. I feel that no matter what the issue is, you're always there to back me up. And I never feel like I'm alone in this.
We are very transparent on what it takes to be a foster parent. And, you know, the main ingredient is love. You know, if you have it in your heart to love these children, and they're just like any other children, and if you have it in your heart to love children, then this is definitely something that you could do.